Okay. I guess we can wait like a minute for people to join, and then we'll get started. Everything. Yeah. I have my tea ready.
I have my water because I came ill prepared to this scenario.
Yeah, all I have is water. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then Connor's got Prosecco.
Yeah, I know.
I wish.
I can't see you in my sub box, Andrew.
You can't?
No, but...
Oh, it came up as a notification on mine.
I think you'll have to go through it because I can't see it on my own either. I don't know what I did wrong. But...
Hopefully people have got it.
Yeah.
Hello, people are here.
If you go through the
Oh my god, it says 11 watching.
Oh, yeah.
No way. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm of the host for the Trick or Treat-a-thon. Readathon. My name is Andrew. This is my channel, Andrew Reads. You should subscribe, you know.
Because why not?
Yeah,
you didn't finish
right?
the thing. You didn't finish your outro.
Hopefully that's like a thing. It just happened. Okay, anyway. Yeah, that's me. So, next person.
Hello, I'm Lisa from Lisa Marie Reads. That is all.
Hi, everyone. I'm Therese from Bookish Therese.
Hi, everybody. I'm Charlotte from Alonzi Reader.
And I'm Connor from Connor Stompanato.
Yes. Okay. I guess we'll
Slight
just start
segue. Can I just say that saying Connor's like last name is always so like it flows so nice, and I just love saying it. Just
It's fun to say.
I'm like scared to say it wrong in the video, so I'll just cut it out and I'll just say just Connor because I never know.
It's just Connor.
I know. I tried to say someone's surname the other day in my hall, and I just stopped myself before I even started because I was like, I have no idea. Her first name's Eleanor. I know that. That's enough.
Before you mess it up even further. Stop. Okay, so I guess we can all go ahead and talk about any books that we've finished and then what you're reading now. So I finished Lifelike, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and then I just finished Gilded Wolves. That was like the last book I actually finished. And now I started Dracula and The Diviners, but I'm not very far into either of them. I'm like 14 pages into Dracula, and I just read that before we got on today. So not very far. And I'm like on page 1 of The Diviners, so.
Oh, okay, good. Because I'm also reading The Diviners, and I'm not that far. But I've also read Whisper Man, Torch Against the Night. I'm looking at my Goodreads because there's no way I was going to remember. Ninth House and Truly Devious, and then I'm reading The Diviners right now.
All right, so I finished 3 books so far. The one is The Beautiful by Renee Adjei, The Wolf of Oreñaro, and then one isn't on my TBR, but that was Why I'm No Longer Talking to People About White People About Race by Renee Edo Lodge. And I'm also reading 3 books: Wonder Woman Warbringer, The Diviners. I'm on page 30, you guys. Come on.
I'm on page
and
like
then,
20.
and then A Golden Fury, which I've been struggling to read for the past like month. It's fine.
Yeah, I've finished 3 books as well so far. I've read My Sister's a Serial Killer. I'm blanking. The Last of August, and Magnus Chase and the Ship of the Dead. And then I've literally today just started The Girl on the Train. Yeah, I'm literally like 25 pages in. And like the book started on page 15, so it's not that far through.
Yeah.
I'm also on my Goodreads. I read a Wheel of Time book, and I read one called The Different Drummer, The Kraken Wakes, The Kill Order, The Cauldron of Life, Dracula, Clockwork Angel, and then I listened to The Only Good Indians on audiobook, which was meant to be for Indigathon next month, but I ended up listening early, so I'll find something else for that. And I'm currently reading Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare.
Yeah, just show us up, Connor.
Yeah, I was going to say show off.
Well, a lot of those were YA, so they're quite short and easy.
Mm-hmm. I also started the audiobook for Throne of Glass, but that's a reread, but I'm like almost done with that. So I guess I've read another book. Almost.
What's everyone's favorite they've read so far?
Mine is probably Addie LaRue because I feel like y'all know that really loved that book, and I talked about it in the last live stream, so I can go into that. But I let somebody borrow my copy, and I want it back. Okay, sorry.
Mine's probably The Beautiful by Renee Adier. I did not think I was gonna like it, and then I just kind of, it's paranormal romance and set in 1800s New Orleans. So,
is it good? Because I thought about reading it for a little bit.
Is it good?
Thanks. Yeah, I liked it. It's like I didn't like Flame in the Mist by her, so I was like really hesitant to pick it up. But it's like I think this one's really addictive in the writing style, so I really just kind of blasted through it.
Nice.
I'm trying to think what my
What's
favorite
bread?
I think my favorite's probably Magnus Chase and the Ship of the Dead. It's either between that and My Sister the Serial Killer, even though they're two completely different books. But yeah, Magnus Chase was just so good and so wholesome. So yeah.
That's so funny.
I mean, we could talk about our favorite bread.
Yeah. What is your favorite bread? Well, let's have Lisa talk about her favorite book, and then we'll transition into favorite bread.
Probably A Torch Against the Night, which is the second book in the Ember and the Ashes series. But like a spooky book, Ninth House was probably my favorite.
Oh,
which is a plot twist. I did not think I was going to like that book.
And I didn't think you were going to be able to read through that book without getting scared.
I mean, I got more grossed out than scared.
Okay.
It was gross, but I liked it. I'm very surprised.
I'm glad you
My
liked
favorite so far is The Cauldron of Life, which is like book 2 in a series. It's like the Scottish fantasy one. And I thought Dracula was going to be my favorite, but the second half kind of, I don't know. I was so obsessed with the first half, and then it kind of slowed down, and I ended up giving it 4 stars in the end instead of 5, which was kind of sad. Like I loved the first half. Yeah, I loved the first half so much. See, especially like the first like 150 pages. Like I read it so fast, and then the last like half took me like a few days to get through instead of like 2 days.
It's really short, but I feel like it's gonna be kind of slow.
Like it's really good. I really enjoyed it, but I don't know. The second half just wasn't really what I was wanting as much.
Is it all letters, like the whole book?
Yeah. I like that though. I thought it was kind of fun.
Okay. I think I just have to get used to the kind of like an older style of writing, so it's just a little bit different. But
yeah, I think I also had to keep rechecking like who was writing the letters of that perspective, because sometimes my eyes would like glance over that it switched to a different person, and then I was like, wait, what? So I kept having to go back, but I don't know. I did really enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars. It just wasn't as good as the first half led me to think it was going to be.
What was y'all's least favorite read?
I haven't finished it yet, but 9 out of 10 is probably going to be A Golden Fury, which is an arc, which I'm a little sad about. Yeah. Like, I'm very close to DNFing. It's really upsetting.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm still. Oh, sorry.
We all just started talking. Mine was probably Mexican Gothic, but I'm glad TB isn't here to yell at me. I'm not scared.
You're not scared to say it.
Mine is probably, I'm still in the middle of that like Charles Dickens Ghost Stories book, because I just don't like short stories as much as I keep trying to pretend I do. And then they're also just like they're not Halloween themed at all. Like most of them are Christmas themed. So they're just not what I was wanting.
I think mine is Gilded Wolves, but I really liked it. But just out of the ones that I've read, it was like the least favorite. And the more I think about it, I want to give it a 3 instead of a 4. But have y'all read it? Has anybody else read it?
Not
I
yet.
haven't.
No.
Okay. Well, okay.
I need to read it.
Yeah, it's like good. It's like I really do like it, and I love the characters. But I think I was just confused with like some of the plot and the world building. So, but I want to read the next one. I feel like it's going to be even better. So I need to pick something up.
Yeah, my least favorite. It's not like I hated it. It's just not as good as the other 2 that I read. Is The Last of August. Because it's the second book in the Charlotte Holmes kind of study of Charlotte. series, and the first one was really good. I think the third one, at first I thought it was going to be just as good, then it just got very, because it's like the second book, it got very info dumpy, so I was like, okay, great, but it was still good. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to.
I always
Yeah.
like sequels better, like out of like trilogies. A lot of people don't, but I always like the middle book. I don't know.
The middle book can either be the best book
Yeah,
or
Or the worst book.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see that.
I also read one like the Kraken Wakes. That was kind of disappointing to me. Like it's called the Kraken Wakes, and then the Kraken isn't in it. It's just called that. And then, like on Goodreads, all the reviews, because I got halfway through and I was like, this is not as good as I was hoping it was going to be. And so I started looking at reviews, and they were all like, oh, the ending, there's so explosive, like blah blah blah. So I was expecting like it to be like the end of the world or something, and then it was so just like nothing. Like it was just so average. So that was annoying. Everyone's talking about TV in the chat.
I know, I saw that.
I know.
Oh my god, Casey.
I feel so bad.
Monica also didn't like it though.
I
Like,
felt so justified when I saw that she didn't like it. I was like, okay,
yeah.
not just me, somebody else.
I feel like it's a toss-up. You either really like Mexican Gothic or you just didn't like it.
I mean, like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't, like, I didn't love it like
Yeah.
everybody else. It seems like so many people love it. And I'm just like,
Really? TB's the only person that I've heard that's liked it.
well, I was looking on Goodreads because after I finished it, I was like, I have no idea what to rate this. And I was looking on Goodreads and it has so many 4 and 5 stars. And I'm like, am I missing something? Like, did I read the same book? Like, I'm confused.
See, I keep seeing people say like, "Oh, you need to know about Gothic horror as a genre," and I feel like I would understand that, but then also I would probably still have the same opinion of you if it was really slow. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I do recognize that I like don't read that genre. I don't know much about it. So it might just be that I wasn't prepared. I didn't know enough. So
Yeah, and I feel like if that's like a caveat to like reading a book, it's probably not the most accessible book for everyone
That's
because not
true.
everyone reads Gothic lit
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
Gothic
sure.
horror.
Me too.
I think somebody else only gave it 2 stars.
Yeah, John Saxon said I give
Yay.
it 2 stars.
I gave it 3 stars,
I'm
but
validated.
TV is like having to wake up now for sure.
I know he's all of a sudden going to show up. He consents.
Well, apparently to Connor, TV's opinions are questionable. So
Oh my god, yeah. It can be. Okay, I know I'm a Twilight fan, but
I literally said the same thing. Andrew sent us a text of the ship thing, and I said, "Well, Connor's a Twilight stan, so
that's true.
can you
But
really say?"
a Fallen stan is worse than a Twilight stan.
Hey now.
Therese is also okay. Therese
Hey.
the same opinions. So actually, it's like TV's here.
I actually haven't read Fallen, so I probably shouldn't judge. But
I haven't either.
Me either.
No, I haven't either.
Doesn't seem like my thing.
I have it. Actually, I keep like buying it and then getting rid of it and then buying it again. I'm like, oh yeah, well Therese said it's good and she reread it. And then I just get rid of it again.
Just
my God,
keep it
Okay.
and think about it.
I'll definitely give it a try someday.
Well, have any of y'all read Crave?
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
I want to.
Okay, because Connor sent me that, and so I really want to read it. And then TV liked it, so I'm kind of
Well,
excited.
he has questionable taste, so we'll see.
He didn't deserve to be dragged like that, did he?
You started it. You're the one who said it.
It had nothing to do with TV, and Connor's like, yeah, let me just diss him. Like, I'm done with this little shit.
Yeah, happy birthday. Let's talk about TV's taste and how it's not great.
It was funny.
I just literally screamed when I got it. I was like, that's hilarious. I know. And then Ermine got me Clockwork Princess because I didn't have it in hardcover. And, like, you know, Connor's reading that. So, I don't know. I just felt like that was relevant somehow. Maybe it wasn't.
It's relevant. Is that the third book? Oh, obviously that as well.
Oh, wait, you're not reading it yet. I'm sorry.
No, I'm on Prince though.
Okay, yeah. The one that has my...
You got the new pretty covers.
I know. I can't believe I'm going to pay like an extra £20 to get the American spines for the next
Oh my God.
trilogy.
I
Like-
support that.
Yeah, I
Like-
support it.
Oh,
I'm going to do it though.
Wait, they're the editions, Connor?
What, sorry?
Is it the US ones? Like it's
Yeah, well, what's weird is like these illustrated bits are on the Mortal Instruments and what's this trilogy called?
Definitely.
Devices.
Yeah, for the UK covers, but the UK covers don't have like this illustrated bit
No,
on
they don't. Not the
the
big
dark
one.
artifices, or how you say it. So
I still
No,
don't
I
know.
don't think they do.
I don't know. I'll just pay the extra £20.
We do it out of love. If we didn't
Yeah,
enjoy
of course.
TB's presence, we wouldn't be dragging him when he's not.
Exactly.
You know, he's meant to be live with us right now, so this is what he deserves.
Yeah.
That's what he gets.
He didn't show up and he just does actually.
He really deserves it.
I hope you watch it. You better watch it. So I was gonna try to make a game for all of us to play, and then
Oh.
I didn't because I didn't want to even.
And then I didn't.
And then
But
it didn't work.
so me and Ermine were on our live the other day, and we played Kiss, Marry, Kill with Shadowhunters version.
Let's do that. I have
do
very
it.
different
You're gonna
opinions
ask-
than you do.
You're gonna ask me, a bisexual who can't choose between characters in the series.
I do have the paper still. Yeah, I do. But I was gonna like make one with like Dracula, Frankenstein, and like spooky. But I couldn't think of one more, so
That's
Dr.
okay.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The third. Definitely kill him.
also I just think I would not have just killed all of them, so that game really wouldn't have worked.
I was gonna say I would have no opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I didn't make it.
I mean, A for effort.
Well, not really.
It's
She
the
didn't even
thought.
make it.
A for the thought. It's the thought that counts.
I'm like, I think it's time to kick all of you off. Okay. Only Charlotte
Oh
can
my
win.
I was giving you credit for thinking of something. Don't kick me off.
All my raspberries are melted and it's too much.
No. Just pour more prosecco in it. It'll.
Oh, wow.
match
Don't worry. No, I quite like them. I quite like the, what would you call it? Like Prosecco infused raspberries.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Good enough. Yeah, well, I'll pull out the names of the Shadowhunters and we'll do one round.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know who's dictating what we do.
The fact this is such a hot
Exclude any-
topic in our chat.
Yeah.
Exclude any characters that Connor may not know.
I have everyone. I'm here, I think. Okay. The first one is Alec. And Magnus.
Oh.
And Tessa.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Kind of hard, I think.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna upset people, so I need to think.
Same.
So I'd kill Tessa.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'd kill her.
To be fair, that's what I was going to say, and I was really worried.
That's rude. I just think she's the expendable one here, so she can go. And then I marry Alec because I like Alec and kiss Magnus, I guess. Magnus deserves to live because I just love Magnus. So
Darian saying marry Tessa and kill the rest.
the opposite of me.
Fair.
Oh, rough.
So for me, it's 2 p.m. John said it's 6:15 a.m. in Australia.
Oh, dedication.
Dang, John. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I would never be up that late or that early. I'm more likely to be up late than up early for that, actually.
Yeah, and on a weekend too.
I think this is acceptable also.
Yeah, I think
I feel like I would want to
I'm
marry
gonna
Alex.
upset people.
Because if I'm going as me, as like a mortal human being, it's that thing of like, at one point, if I marry Magnus, you know, he's going to outlive me. And obviously, no, that's the whole thing with him and, yeah.
Yeah.
With him and Alec.
I don't like to think about that.
Also, like, Alex,
I don't
love
either. It
him
makes
so
me.
Makes me sad.
I have to be with Charlotte here and marry Alec. I feel like Alec and I are very similar in personalities, and we just.
much. It would be a really, like, nice platonic marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice, yeah.
I
I
would
really
say
don't want to kill Tessa.
I want to know what Connor's opinions are.
I was gonna say kiss Tessa, marry Alec, and kill Magnus.
I think I think I'm the same. I'd probably
I'm not Magnus, not
wait.
Magnus.
Hold on. I don't know where I'm going.
I do like Magnus. I do like him, but
Yeah, I think if I'll probably kill Magnus and then kiss Tessa because Magnus is immortal and he's very difficult to kill. So how long will it take me to really kill him?
That's true. Would you actually end up killing him?
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. So like it'll be a process. It'll be a process. He'll probably be alive for a few more times, a few more years until I can figure it out.
Lisa?
I'm
Just
sure.
having a moment.
I think
You?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to marry Magnus or just kiss Magnus.
Okay, fair.
I think marry Tessa, kiss Magnus, kill Alec.
Oh,
Actually, she's excited now to fight Elisa because she wants to kill
Yeah,
Alec.
I mean, I do like Alec. Magnus is my favorite, one of my favorite characters from all the books, so he's not dying. And Tessa's Tessa. So that's my reason.
I get you.
I feel like with Alec, I didn't really like him until further into like.
Yeah, I
the
didn't either.
Like, yeah, and I think also when I saw the film, I'm not saying obviously he's like he's bad in the film, but like his whole attitude, I was like, I don't know, I didn't like him that much from that. But then obviously the books, I read the books and they progressed. And then even though I didn't like the TV show, Matthew Daddario,
He is
like-
Alec.
he is Alec.
I stand by
And
it.
I think that's what made me like him a lot more, was because of Matthew Daddario.
Agreed.
I
I started
agree.
liking Alec like probably in the second book where he passed out because of a certain thing, I think. Yeah. I think that was in the second book, right?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Where Clary like writes like I think what was it like the fearless rune on him for the first time, and he almost like comes out to his parents. I know Connor writes it the
oh, I
yes.
remember. I know what you're talking about.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
That's
remember that.
that's the exact moment that I started liking Alec.
I think that.
I don't appreciate people killing Magnus.
Yeah.
I
He
refuse.
might
to
not die.
Yeah, he might not. Do you know how long it'll take to kill an
But
immortal
that's the
warlock
loophole.
who has probably like found several ways to stay alive over the years?
That seems like a very non-answer.
I don't know. Cassie might take him out. Just kidding.
She better not.
She almost took him out like several times in the series.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
He almost dies like every book, but he's
Like,
a
I'm
con.
not trying to spoil it, but
Okay, I have one more, and I pretended to pull them out randomly, but I didn't. So
That's fine. It'll make it interesting.
okay, we have Will.
I swear to the Lordy Lou, this is where I think it's going. I swear.
And we have Jem.
Okay.
Oh, it's going where I think it's going.
okay.
And then we have Jace.
Oh,
I knew it.
easy.
No,
Mary Jam,
of course
Chris Will, kill Jace. Thank you. Goodbye. That is it.
She now has the first picture.
Have fun.
I'm gonna say
Connor, what are you gonna say yet?
You better kill off Gems.
no. I was gonna say kiss Jem, marry Jace, kill Will.
There's no happy ending for me here. Okay.
There
I
is a
would
happy
probably
ending.
kiss Jem, marry Will, and say goodbye, Jace, because you can't. Will is superior. I love Jace, but like Will is superior.
Correct.
And I've always been a sucker for baby blues, so.
I think I'd probably. Oh god, this is gonna. Oh my god, this is so hard. Kiss Jace. You're gonna hate.
Are you killing Jem?
Marry Jem,
Oh, okay.
and then kill Will.
Yes.
I love Will
I am
so much.
alone
because
here.
When I first read the trilogy, I think I always preferred him. But I don't know. But then, like, when I reread it and then got further in, I preferred Jem.
Yeah, you can't
also
kill
feel like-
Jem.
Oh, it's so stressful. I don't know.
Nobody can kill Jem. That's
No,
just-
you can't. It's
Nope.
like a sin in the Shadowhunter realm.
I honestly do still feel like Will is just Jace with black hair in many ways.
he's a bit more theatrical, I think.
Yeah.
Which is why I like
Yeah.
Will.
Yeah.
One criticism I do have to say about Infernal Devices is that the four main characters are basically the four main characters from Mortal Instruments, but like reskinned.
That's what a lot of people
Yeah.
felt like, especially when they first read the series.
Like reading them back to back with like no gaps between,
Mm.
they're very similar.
I
Yeah,
see it,
that's
but
fair.
I don't see it at the same time because they're so like individualized in my brain. I don't know if that's the word, but
I get what you mean.
Yeah, I feel like when you first read the like trilogies back to back, you can see how they're similar, but then like when you finish the Infernal Devices, you'll probably see how they're a bit more different.
yeah. But they do
Like their baseline is pretty
Yeah.
similar.
they do have a main like base.
Like Simon and Alec are very different.
Yeah, kick her out.
Oh my god.
Kick her out. That's incorrect.
Also, John at 6
Yeah,
a.m.
bold.
statement.
So you it's fine. It's fine.
It's not fine.
This is an empty question.
Yeah. But I think I know the answer straight off. For me,
I actually like Sophie with Jem.
I'm trying to.
Sophie's the maid. Sophie is like
Yeah.
the servant.
I do like Sophie.
Yeah,
No
I'm a
comment.
I'm a Sophie's fan.
No comment.
No,
Okay,
spoil
don't know.
yet.
no spoilers.
I just ship Will, Jem, and Tessa in a polyamorous relationship because that's what we should have gotten.
Charlotte, what was your
Mine's Malik, the straight up. It's always been Malik.
They do have like a great
Yeah. And I think because you see them progress so much that like all the books, or nearly all the books.
like
Yeah.
3 series by now because she has the extra.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know who my favorite all
I was
time.
gonna say mine's like not really a thing yet, but it's hinted in the final trilogy. So I don't know if I should say.
Huh. What did their
I don't really care. You can just say.
Kit and Ty.
I knew
Yeah, I don't know who they
yeah.
are. So
Oh my god.
I love them so much.
Oh yes.
I
Yeah.
think
I feel that as well.
even though I love Jem, I don't think him and Tessa are my favorite ship. I just like Jem as his own character. But I really do like Emma and Julian. I feel like that's unpopular, but I love them.
someone just said that in the chat.
Oh!
Hmm.
Yes.
Hey.
Sorry.
I don't know who they are yet. So
And that's why I avoided mentioning the Dark Artifices.
Well, no, Connor, you
I
said
didn't.
them at the end. Oh, you haven't read the last 3?
No, he hasn't read the last 3 yet.
Yeah, he's read the first 3.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think
Oh.
you're doing publication order, right?
I done the first 3 Mortal Instruments, and now I'm doing Clockwork ones.
yeah.
Oh, look who it is!
Hello.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Hey, hey.
Hello.
Other than that, I think I like Simon and Izzy too. I like that they ended up. Wait, I'm sorry.
I don't really care about like the shop top.
It's so hard. I just feel like everyone knows.
Yeah, no, I don't really care about that anime.
I mean, I feel like it was also hinted at the end of the 3rd book. So
Yeah, I just assumed they were
But
together.
it's also so.
yeah, he hasn't
throughout
read
the
the
whole-
ish yet. The ish that is the 4th and 5th book.
Sorry, that was my fault.
I don't really care about like relationships when it comes to spoilers or anything. So
I'm gonna have to politely disagree. I mean, I like them. I don't know. That whole thing, all of them, they're all fine.
Yeah.
But Jem is not annoying. Darian said Jem is annoying, and I don't. Yeah, no, incorrect.
That is incorrect.
Okay. So, favorite Shadowhunter book?
I would agree.
Only thing right.
Mine so far was City of Glass. Is that the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Okay.
still
That
don't
one.
know.
That one was in like 10 stars out of 5. Oh my god. That was a good book. That was just plot twist after plot twist. Like,
I think in order, mine would probably be Chain of Gold, Clockwork Princess, and then City of Glass. If you were going off like my favorite Shadowhunter books.
Like
Chain of Gold. Lord of Shadows? Like, I can't decide if I like Lord of Shadows or Lady Midnight more.
Yeah.
And then Clockwork Princess.
I honestly don't know. I might have
Lady
to look
Midnight
at
is so
the
good. It's such a good first book in
Mm-hmm. And then Lord of Shadows was a really good sequel book too.
Lord of
then-
Shadows hurt my feelings.
I feel
Yeah.
like that Queen of Air and Darkness, but I really like
The
that.
scream that that left in my mouth after Lord of Shadows was
Oh,
Yeah, that was me.
inhumane.
yeah. I think that's one of my favorites, just because so many emotions. But then I also really enjoyed City of Heavenly Fire.
So did I.
I don't know.
Connor, you have a lot to look forward to.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say
there's so many books. Oh my god. See, when I realized there's like the Tales of Shadowhunter Academy, and there's like
Those are short
these side
stories.
books.
Mm.
Yeah, but I was like, still, it was like 600 pages. There's so many books. I am enjoying them, obviously. I'm not complaining, but like, there's so many.
Thankfully,
lot.
the short stories read really quickly, from what I can
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave them until like, I don't know, maybe the end. I don't know. They're not really a priority.
I feel like there are some that you have to read before reading certain books, I think.
I feel like Tales
Yeah.
of the Shadowhunter Academy and
You have to.
Yeah.
goes to the Shadow Market.
Before
Yeah.
when?
The Bane Chronicles you don't really
Yeah,
have to read.
whatever.
And then not the best.
I'd say probably before start reading the Dark Artifices, so after City of Heavenly Fire.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
We
not
can
till like.
make you a list.
It's fine.
Map it out.
I don't think I'm getting to those ones until like February at this rate because I have so many
Fair
books,
enough.
so that's fine.
Just take your time with it. It's fine.
So, branching away from Shadowhunters, in case anybody hasn't, read them,
And sick of
Oh my god,
talking
yeah, I
about
know.
it.
We always
That's all
talk
we
about
talk
it.
about.
So I like the question about all time, but we could also like, what's your favorite character from a book you've read from the Trick or Treat-a-thon so
Ooh.
far? I'll change it a bit. I can go first, so y'all can think about it.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite character, besides Addie LaRue, is Severin from Gilded Wolves because he's definitely one of the classic, like, he's kind of like mean. He has like a tortured past and all that stuff. But he was also really funny. I don't know. He was like my favorite part of this book and made me want to give it 5 stars, like for him alone. And this book is multiple point of view. So if it was just Severin, I probably would have been like 5 stars. But yeah, that's fine. I really liked him. I'm glad that I've met him and now I know like references to him on book Twitter and everything. And y'all are
Oh,
right
John, thanks for agreeing with me. Okay, sorry, I saw the comment.
My favorite character from the books I've read, probably Elias from A Torch Against the Night.
We
I'm mentioning it
protect Elias
again.
in this household.
I love him. I also love Laya, but you said one, so
Why do you like him? Like, what kind of character?
I don't know. I just love them. Well, he's like, well, okay. I said it in a recent video. He kills people all the time. He's very ruthless, but he's also kind of a softie. So we love a balance. And he's funny, so in my opinion. And I just love him. And that is why.
Is he in the first book too?
Yeah.
He's like the main character throughout the whole thing.
You just want to protect him.
I love
That's
him.
who he is. He could snap you like a twig, but you just want to protect him.
Exactly.
Got it. Something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte?
I feel like I don't have a definitive favourite for the books I've read so far for Readathon. I think it'd have to be either Jamie Watson from the Last of August, because he's just so pure and he just loves with his whole heart. He's amazing. I love him. But then also Alex Fierro from the Magnus Chase series. I think again they're brilliant, and I think just in general, because they're gender fluid, and just the way it's done in the series, especially for like a middle grade series, is just so great, and they're great. I love them. Yeah, I don't feel like I have like a definitive favorite, but I think those two are just up there.
Definitely hard to choose.
I actually think I'm gonna go for Dracula, like himself. Like, see, whenever he was in the book, it was so good. Like, he was just such a fun character. And that's why I didn't like the second half as much of Dracula, because he just wasn't there that much. It was mostly just the humans. But when he was actually in the book, like the first half, it was so good. So much drama. Except from the fact he has a mustache, apparently, which threw me off.
I imagined him more with a beard for some reason. But
Well, I don't know.
Bye,
It just doesn't sit right with me.
bye, John.
Bye.
Thanks for joining.
I'm excited now to read more Dracula then. I was trying to read it when Connor was reading it and keep up with him, but then he just finished it and I barely started. So I was like, well, thanks. But
Yeah, actually, it took me longer to finish than I thought. Like, because is it like 500 pages? Because I can normally do like 100 pages a day, and then I think it took me like a whole week because the second half just kind of went so slow.
mine's only 416. Interesting.
I don't know. I have no idea then. It was really good though. Like, I did enjoy it. Just the second half was slower. But see all the stuff in the castle. What page are you at?
I'm on page 15, and he's like,
Oh, right, okay.
like everybody is telling, what's his name? Is it? I don't know. The main
I
character.
can't remember.
You don't remember, Connor?
I know. I'm so bad with character names. Like,
I think his name is John. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's probably not. But
I think it's John.
Maybe.
everybody's like looking at him weird and like doing the sign of the cross at him and like
oh yeah.
praying for him because he's going to the castle, I guess is what he's going.
Yeah, I see that first chapter. I thought it was such a good first chapter.
It's really, it gets right to it, which is why I like older books, because they just go right into the story. There's like, you just figure it out as you go. So I really like that, and it's really quick too. Only the paragraphs are just like thick. Like this is just one paragraph like on half the page, but
See, I feel like I don't even notice that really because I'm kind of used to that.
Yeah, you read a lot more books like that than I do, so it's a change for me.
I'm almost
Like our
finished.
general
That's
TBR?
the last book of my TBR.
What about like any? Sorry, Connor.
I was just saying, like, I'm at Trick or Treat-a-thon TBR. Like, this is my final book on it.
Which one?
City of Clockwork Prince.
Say
Like,
City of first. It's a good
City
guess.
of Clockwork Prince. And then obviously I want to read Clockwork Princess as well this month, but yeah, like that's my TBR done.
Yeah, I just started Girl on the Train's my last book for my TBR, so hopefully, yeah.
I think the last book on my TBR is Crescent City. Don't
I'm
give
like,
me that gas.
are you gonna get?
I know. I need to. I'm hoping to get to it this week. No, I have one more. It's Crescent City and Cemetery Boys. So.
Okay. I think I still have Red Rising and one more. I just looked at. Oh no, I don't remember. Red Rising and something else, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to all of them because I still need to finish Dracula and the Diviners. So.
Red Rising is meant to be really good.
You've read it?
No, I've not, but like I've heard everyone say it's really good. Like Eric from, oh my god, what's his channel? Oh my god, it starts with a B. Oh my god, that's the prosecco's in my brain.
I'm looking at my Goodreads.
Oh my god, I'll report back in a second.
Oh, wait. Red Rising and oh, Stalking Jack the Ripper.
Yes.
Yay!
That was so hard to get out. I couldn't find it.
I forgot that was
Break
on your
Even
TBR.
Books. Eric from Break Even Books. That's Red Rising is his favorite book, like ever.
I think I'm gonna love that one. Like, I'm pretty sure because it seems like just like exactly what I like to read. So, oh yeah. Do y'all want to do a reading sprint?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I do
What
need
is
to be for me.
I'm gonna read Dracula.
I'll be reading Poker Prince.
The
I
Diviners.
get Wonder Woman Warbringer.
Girl on the train.
One other complaint I have about Cassandra Clare books, by the way, is their chapters are so long. They're like
They are.
They are.
They
That's like
are. They
30
get
pages per
longer
chapter.
as her like her
Oh my god.
thing progresses. Like Chain of
Yeah.
Gold
Her thing.
has 40-page long. I forgot what it's
Oh.
called. I almost called it a discography, but that's
I
not.
was gonna say that's the only word that I can think of, but that's not correct.
Okay, I'll do 10-minute alarm clock. Wait, a 10. I don't know.
Timer.
Timer?
Yeah, timer.
Alarm clock. Close.
And everybody, feel free to tell us what you are reading in the chat. But I'll start it now. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. All right.
Connor.
I'm actually chapter, so I'm just gonna continue for a page.
Nice. I think I read like, I don't even know, maybe 10 pages because it's short. And his name is Jonathan, so I was right.
To be fair, I feel like if you're reading Gothic lit, chances are someone's gonna be named John or Jonathan or.
Yeah.
I really liked all the characters in Dracula. Actually, I thought they were all like really, I don't know, well rounded. I suppose.
I'm enjoying it. It's alright so far. I'm on like page 20.
Like when you switch to following like Jonathan's wife's friend, and I was like, why am I with these random characters? But you actually like they are good characters. It's just like a very sudden switch at first.
Yeah, I'm still on Jonathan's chapters. So, well, I'm on chapter 2, so barely, but yeah. Could have read the Diviner since I'm behind on that one.
I think we're all behind.
Yeah.
Well, I just got to chapter 12 of this. The ball.
The ball.
That's where
the ball. The ball.
Sophie knocked out Jessamine,
And I
and now Tessa is being Jessamine.
Oh yeah.
That bit.
That part.
I would do that.
What has everyone else been reading? Let us know.
The Shades.
I need to pick up Ace of Shades. I heard it was a really
Yeah,
good
I want to
series.
read that one too.
So do I, really bad.
Buddy read? Eventually?
Haley, you got your book. Okay.
Did you ever get your book, friend?
Did you grab it? Oh, Ermine is reading An Arc of the Sky Above Us. I haven't heard of that one. I don't
What's
think.
that about?
I'm just waiting for Armin to just type out a response.
Waiting patiently.
I know.
I'll be back in a second, okay?
Okay, bye.
Okay, now we can really talk.
Talk about Shadowhunters.
Now that he's gone. Just kidding.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm just staring at the chat like people respond.
I know, I'm like,
Let's talk about-
Let's talk about it.
I mean,
Oh, that sounds interesting. 6
Ooh,
kids
that does sound interesting.
after 3 crash.
Ooh. I love a good psychological thriller.
Somehow I'm getting weird Final Destination vibes, and I don't know how to feel about it. I think it's just a plane crash with the kids.
Yes, I was literally gonna say the same thing. That reminds me of
Mm-hmm.
Final Destination.
I'm so tired.
Have y'all been watching any scary movies?
No. And I
does
really
Halloween
need
Town
to.
count?
Halloween Town
Focus,
always counts.
focus.
I've been making my partner watch them, and he's not a big scary movie person, so it's been a ride.
Yeah, no.
I watched the show, the Bly Manor show.
Oh, Haunted the Blood Man.
I
Yeah.
cried.
So
I was
good.
sobbing. Oh,
I
I'm not
cried
done.
so
I'm not
much.
done. Don't spoil me, please. I'm not.
I have FOMO. I haven't read it, watched it at all.
Oh, I cried so much,
Mm.
honestly.
I was kind of.
how far are you?
I think
With-
like episode 5, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember all the it all kind of like blurs into one.
It got kind of confusing when I don't know, but I like it. It's creepy.
What is it you're talking about?
Bly Manor.
I don't really watch TV shows, to be honest.
I watch too many TV shows.
Oh my god. I just seen that message. Okay, let's talk about Connor behind his back. It's only TB that we talk about behind his back, okay? And he can watch it back, so it's not really behind his back.
I really like. I watched
I
it.
feel like it's a pretty scary movie, though.
The first part is scary, I would say. The second part wasn't that scary.
The
I've
first
never
part's
seen part
terrifying.
2. It came out when I was in America, and no one would go with me, and then I just never bothered since I came home.
Yeah, part 2 was good. I enjoyed it, but it just wasn't as good as the first part.
Yeah, I
which is
There was a
one
lot
my
of
favourite
jump
films that year.
scares.
Yeah,
Whereas
part 2 was
part 1 was like scary.
Yeah.
I think part 2 played a bit
Then
more
part
on
3
like,
was
your
more
emotions than
emotional, I
part 1
think.
did.
Yeah.
I was doing like a horror movie like marathon through all of October, but I just gave up because I don't know. I just something about watching movies in the house. I just feel like I can't be bothered most of the time. Like I felt like I was
on
forcing it.
Halloween, I want to actually try and watch some scary films because I've got nothing else to do. So,
Like I was watching one every single day, and then I just gave up. I don't know. I had like a whole list. Like I don't know if you can see.
I have to be in the
Probably not.
mood if I'm going to marathon movies.
Oh, you got
Like
yeah,
one every
yeah.
day.
I want to watch a movie that's actually scary, and then all the ones that like have came out, I watch them and they're just dumb. They're not actually scary. So then I get like,
Yeah.
The second Annabelle movie was pretty scary.
Oh no, those are the stupidest movies ever.
I think I've seen the first one and
I
hated
love
it.
the
I was like,
Conjuring
it was so
movie.
I
bad.
can't even
It
watch
was
like the
so
ads.
Alright. Did anyone see The Nun that was also in the Conjuring
The
universe?
Nun was so
No.
stupid.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
I
So bad.
enjoyed it up until they had that weird little plot twist, and I was like, what in the actual is this nonsense?
I just remember we were sitting in the cinema and there's the part where she spits like Jesus' blood onto the nun's face, and it was just oh my god.
I
It
know
was so bad.
I hate it was fine up until like the plot twist where they were like, what was it? The Antichrist or some
I don't remember.
nonsense.
classic.
And it was like buried under like hell or something. I don't know. So bad, and I was so sad. Because The Nun was my favorite thing out of the second movie? Second Conjuring movie?
oh, was it like
It was a prequel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't know they were connected. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Conjuring
the
world is so big at the moment. It's like
Mhm.
massive.
Did y'all ever watch the Paranormal Activity when that was like?
Yep.
No,
I
I
really
think I
liked
watched
the first
I
one.
watched all of them.
I never watched horror films when I was a kid because I was terrified of them. So I
Oh,
never
yeah,
got
same.
around to watching some of the
Oh.
classics.
See, until I was like 14, I honestly I remember watching Scary Movie, like the parody, when I was like 10, and being like terrified because I was just scared of like
Oh my god.
anything to do with like murder or anything. I was so scared of that, and then I
Oh
just
my
never
God.
watched any horror movies. And then when I was like 14, I started watching all like the old ones, and that's still what I mostly watched. Like when I was rewatching them all for October, it was all like the ones from the 80s I was watching. Like I think they're the most fun.
Yeah, with
I didn't-
Scary Movie. I can't remember which one it is, but it's the one when the girl from The Ring comes out of the TV.
I think that was the second one.
Is that? Yeah, I just remember having such vivid memories of watching that as a kid. I don't know why my parents allowed me to watch it because I had nightmares for years. I'm not even kidding when I say years. Oh,
I used to hate like horror movies, and then my friend, one of my close friends, or they were my close friend growing up, she like made me sit down and watch a horror movie with her every single day, and I just got desensitized to it.
I think I started liking horror because I started watching Supernatural. I honestly think that's the reason why. Because I remember I watched the first episode of Supernatural one time and it was like, oh my god, this is the most scariest thing I've ever seen. I was like so scared. And then I didn't watch the rest, and then I rewatched it and just binge watched the whole show, and then I'm like not scared of that sort of stuff anymore.
I watched the first 2 seasons of that show. There was an episode
I'm surprised
with clowns,
Oh,
never seen
and I was like, "This is awful! Like, I can't do that." I watched for Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and then he stopped being on it, and I was like, "Okay, bye."
His character is the worst. Yeah.
Have y'all seen? Sorry, Connor.
No, okay, you go.
Well, I kind of wonder what you're gonna say now.
No, it was nothing. It's fine.
I was just gonna ask if y'all watched American Horror Story. Anyone?
Yes.
I have.
Yeah.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
I love that show.
Apocalypse yet.
Apocalypse is the Apocalypse is the best season.
It's the best. No, I don't know.
Wait, I was trying to remember.
Okay.
So many.
I think it had a lot of good
Apocalypse.
potential, and it kind of wasted it.
That
No, I
always
love
they fall
Apocalypse. It's my
apart in
favorite.
like the final episodes.
Yes.
It's like there's so much
Mhm.
promise the whole time, and then it's like the final like season finale, and I'm like, what was the point of the whole thing?
Apocalypse is my favorite season, and it might just be because of Cody Fern as Michael Langdon. But
Cody Fern,
Fair.
he's just very pretty, and I haven't
Oh,
seen
I
this
love
season
him.
yet, but he's just very pretty.
he's
It
great.
was-
I love him.
It started off good. I think, what was the one before Apocalypse? Was Apocalypse the one with Evan Peters with the blue hair?
No, that
No,
Oh,
was-
that was
was,
election year.
How is
I
it?
didn't watch that one. That's the
What
only
was
one I
that
haven't
before?
seen.
I don't remember.
How, I feel like I don't hate really any season, but obviously there are seasons where I'm like they tried and just it didn't do it.
Election year.
Yeah, Cole. Yeah, that one was a weird one.
I actually
Yeah,
quite like
that's
that
what it was
one.
called.
I think that's underrated.
I
I
never
love
watched that one.
Asylum was my favorite. I could rewatch Asylum. Like,
Asylum's good.
Yeah, Asylum is my
Mhm.
favorite,
And
and the
so
first
Coven
one.
was my favorite.
Murder House is also
Yeah.
I think one of my favorites.
Murder House is just the probably.
It's just the OG.
yeah.
That's
You
Yeah.
can't hate the OG.
I think that Roanoke is underrated. I think that one was
yeah,
actually
same.
It was
creepy.
good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot. Like, actually no, yeah, it is good. I think it is underrated.
It was good
I just
until the
remember,
end.
like,
Yeah, I
I
feel
remember,
like when
like,
they did the
yeah.
super like weird meta situation, it just kind of like
Yeah.
lost where it was.
And I was
trying to
mad
go.
Evan Peters wasn't really in it. I was waiting the whole time. And he showed up and then he was gone. And then he showed up again and he was gone. I'm like, I watched the show for him.
I liked it because it was quite different. Like it, I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
it really like tried something different, and I respect that.
Yeah. It was cool.
I think the newest one. What is it? The one where they're
1918.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that
Yeah, I
one
didn't-
either. I forgot about
yeah.
that one.
That one was okay.
Yeah, it was.
good.
I think it was good, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it for like the slasher element. But I think they did a lot of stuff that I was like, this is so extreme. Like I don't know. Obviously, it's American Horror Story, so of course it's going to be extreme. But they literally had Billy Lord's character, in a sense, dating Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and then him coming back from it. It was so like so much. I don't know, but I still enjoyed it. It was just.
I
a lot.
enjoyed it, but I would never rewatch it. I don't think.
Yeah.
I gave up on it. I really liked Freak Show. I feel like everybody did not like Freak Show.
No, I liked it.
I
didn't
really
enjoy it
like
again.
the show.
I feel like that's my number
Yeah.
2, to be honest. I think it's like
I know,
Asylum,
that's
then
why-
Freak Show, and then Murder House for me.
I always try and rewatch that one, and I can never finish rewatching it.
That's interesting. So I feel like that one is one that didn't really fall apart. Like, but
I think there's a lot of iconic scenes.
Mm-hmm.
What's the worst season and why is it Hotel?
Oh, I have a
Oh, yeah.
controversial.
Okay, wait. Can I just say I
Anyone
used to say
haven't, I'm
Hotel
unfriending you.
when
My
it was
opinion
on like
controversial, I know
weekly.
it is.
I said Hotel, but
No,
I
I'm-
rewatched it after it all finished, like basically back to back,
Mhm.
and it was a lot better. See,
Hotel was
mar-
amazing. I'm sorry.
like marathoning it, I really
See, that's
liked
what
it.
I did. I binge watched the whole
Mm.
season in like a
Mhm,
day.
same.
Like,
When it was on weekly, I really didn't like it.
yeah.
I used to
I feel like
love Hotel.
weekly.
Hotel had a lot of good potential because it was like based on a lot of like historical like creepy factors, but I feel like there was like there was something missing where it got everything got tied in together. That
I
makes
know what
sense.
you mean, but I think I honestly
Yeah.
just love that season for James Patrick March. I love his character. I just love him. But I feel like that one's a lot of people don't like Hotel, but I like it quite a lot.
I
So
think-
what's your least favorite then?
Mine is very controversial, and it's Coven.
Oh yeah, fair.
I honestly think
Whenever
Coven's
I
very
talk-
overrated.
Whenever I talk
I
about
did-
like, because a lot of like my friends, they always like, yeah, Coven's the best season, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I think it was Ryan Murphy trying to do Scream Queens before he did Scream Queens, and I was just like,
Yeah,
it
that's
didn't
fair.
fit in with the vibe. But then
Yeah.
there are characters in that series that I love a lot.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one.
I like the characters, but I felt like the story was kind of weak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree. Because I
just
watched
like
the
witches.
first two seasons. They were like the first 3 seasons were on Netflix when I started watching, and the first 2 seasons are so good. And then the third season, I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. Switches, I'm ready. And then it just wasn't as good. So
I don't think it's the worst. I think
I don't either, but it's not my favorite.
I mean, I guess because it's an OG. I consider it an OG like Murder House and Asylum. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just a very different tone from the rest of them.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't remember all of them. I feel like I'm forgetting some in my head.
Yeah, no, I'm on the Wikipedia page. When someone always asks, like, what's the worst, I went on the Wikipedia to see what they all are.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like
Wait,
1984
I've
might be
got
the
them
worst for me.
ranked. I literally have them ranked
I
in my
haven't
notes.
seen the latest 2 seasons. I haven't seen Apocalypse or the
Oh my
weird
god, wait, where are they?
camp one.
Yeah, I haven't seen Cult or 1980.
Cult
whatever it
is-
I literally have
So,
them
I
ranked.
hated Cult so much.
I thought Cult was actually kind of scary at parts, like the clown stuff. I thought
Yeah,
that
I
was
watched
actually.
the first episode and saw clowns and went, I can't. I can't do it. Clowns, can't do it.
Okay.
I quite liked
Yeah,
it.
I literally have them
I
ranked. I
hate-
forgot I had them ranked on my laptop.
I hated I hated Cult purely for the fact that I had to live that year and I was reliving it.
Yeah,
Watching that
true.
season.
yeah.
I think also with Cult, honest, I think from the moment in the first episode when Evan Peters' character like covers his face in Cheeto dust and then starts humping the TV. That's when I knew. I was like, oh god,
Yeah.
what have we got ourselves into?
I've never rewatched it, but I do remember enjoying it when it was on.
Oh,
Someone asked if anyone's seen Ready or Not. I have.
yes, I have.
Let me double
don't-
check because I think
That's
I
the
don't know
one
what that is.
It's got
It's the wedding.
Samara Weaving in it, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it's like
I
on
want
her, it's like
to.
on her wedding day.
Yeah, and it's got
Yeah,
like
I
Adam
want
Brody
to.
in
It
as
looks
well.
really good.
It was good.
Is it
was
available
good.
on like Amazon Prime or something? I might watch it tonight.
Obviously, me checking in the UK is probably not going to help you.
Yeah, I'll check. It's fine.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I watched it with like housemates at uni, and we just had a lot of fun watching it because it was just so
Oh, it's
murdery.
I watched it on the way home from Wisconsin on the plane, so I remember it.
I think the ending is just so great. Like, I don't know, just the way it all ends, and then I don't want to obviously spoil it, but I just thought it was just so good.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, Andre, can you comment and not highlight her comment? I have not.
I have
I-
it. It's one of my best
I
friend's
had-
favorite shows.
I had to watch it for university, but then I only watched like an episode, and I was like, I don't really feel it. I don't know. I'm not like a massive animated TV show person, but then saying like I loved like Phineas and Ferb and The Simpsons, but
I like
don't know.
things. See things that I've liked when I was younger. I feel like I always like them, no matter what. But when it comes to like
Yeah.
new things, I just don't even try new things a lot of the time. Which is,
Same. I just rewatched the same thing.
I
over and
rewatched
over.
There are definitely instances where, like, for certain TV shows, I have to have someone like literally sit me down and like watch it with me, or else I will never pick it up.
Yeah.
And
I
think
never
Jekyll-
watch TV shows, to be honest, ever anymore. The only things I still watch is if there's a new season of American Horror Story and Riverdale. I watch
Oh
Riverdale.
my god! I forget you still watch Riverdale.
It's so
That's
I like
dedication.
it.
It just
I liked the first
crazy.
season.
Like, I don't even know.
I
I thought-
watched the first season because everyone was hyping it up, and then I watched it and I was like, yeah, it's good, but I don't see the hype.
Yeah, I
And then
didn't really.
I
either.
started
Very
watching the
attracted to
second
the
season when it came out, and I just stopped.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is just too much.
I think if
I'm
you
very
accept the fact it's stupid, if you accept the fact that the plots are really over the top,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had to. The thing is, though, I watch people do like video commentaries on it on YouTube, and that's how I keep up to date with it, and that's how I watch it. It's so entertaining.
Yeah.
I do that with the channel. Do you know the channel Dead Meat? He talks about like horror movies.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, like sometimes I'll say I've watched a movie and then I realize I've not actually watched it. I just watched him like
I've done
commentate it.
that. I think I've done that with the 50 Shades of Grey films. Like I always say to myself, like I think I've watched them. Like I think I remember watching them, and I think I realized I've just watched other people watch them, and that's why I know basically everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are y'all gonna watch that? It's like a not really popular show, but it's coming out this year. Like not really a lot of people have heard of it. I think it's called like Shadow and Bone or something.
I knew as soon as no one's heard of it. No, I'm not
I
playing it.
don't know. I haven't really heard of
It's
it.
not up my alley, you know.
Yeah. Well, to be
Mm.
honest, it might not be if it's too much of Shadowhunter.
We could watch the first episode and be like, yikes.
Yeah.
To be actually honest, I probably won't because I've not read those
I
books.
know. I was mainly
Yeah, fair.
asking Connor because I know everybody else was gonna watch it in this chat.
I'd probably watch it and then continue watching it even if it was bad because I finished all of Shadowhunters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that.
Yeah.
I just
I
really
cried
like
the
the
whole
characters.
season finale. The series finale, I was crying. I was like, why am I crying? I didn't like this show.
I
I'm so
didn't like
fragile.
the plot points of the show, but I really liked how they did the characters, I think, really well.
They changed
That is the hill that I will die on.
They changed some of like the problematic things a little bit,
I can't like
which I
the
appreciated.
show. I just hate the show. I don't think
Fair.
it's it.
I applaud that.
Oh, I meant to say after the beauty sprint, I feel like Clockwork Prince is about to lead into like another incest kind of scene.
Where?
We're all like,
honey, no.
Because Tessa is dressed up as Jessamine and she's going to meet Nate, who is like romantically into Jessamine or
Ew.
pretending to be.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, oh my god, is this going when I think it's going?
Yeah.
I think
No
I don't know.
comment.
No comment.
I love the drama, so I don't care.
I forgot about Nate. He's just forgettable.
Yeah.
He's very
I
forgettable. I always
Yeah.
forget
Yeah.
he's a thing until I read the books again, and I'm like, oh right, you there.
I love the name Nathaniel though. Like I think that's such a nice name, Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nathaniel Hawthorne, like the author of the Scarlet Letter. I love his name.
Okay, fine, I'll give that to you. I like his name.
Connor, you gonna join our read when we read like the entire Grisha trilogy?
No,
Yeah,
sorry.
did you
That,
not join that? I thought you did.
if you actually watch my popular books I will never read video,
No, I do remember.
Shameless
you
plug
mentioned
here.
Yeah.
which Casey McQuiston maybe blocked me from.
Oh no.
Honestly, that still baffles me so much because there's no
Yeah,
other
same.
way that she
Yeah.
like why there was no other reason that she would block you apart from she saw your video of you going, I'm just not interested in reading this book.
What I'm assuming the only reasonable possible explanation is that she followed someone that retweeted my video and that was in the thumbnail.
Maybe
Because I know for a
Yeah.
fact she's
Oh,
not watched.
thank you.
She's definitely not watched the video. Like it has like 250 views. Like so, I'm assuming she must follow someone if she's seen the
Yeah.
thumbnail. Maybe I don't know. It's very random to me.
I have opinions on that situation, but I'm just
What did she write?
Smart.
What did she write? Did she write the?
White, and Royal
White,
Blue.
Royal Blue.
Yeah, I think she's brought out
Yeah,
another.
there's
Yeah, one last
uh,
stop.
yes.
Yeah,
gonna
just
come.
because I saw someone talk about it or like review it or something.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
time I
Yeah.
see it on my timeline because Teresa,
Teresa,
who's
yeah.
like
Yeah,
every time
Yeah,
she talks
that's
about it, I roll my eyes because I'm like, Casey McQuiston's #1 enemy.
I'm just looking at her new book and just seeing what it's about. I'm just really intrigued.
It's sapphic as hell, as from what I've noticed.
Oh my god, it's time travel as well. Or am
I better-
Yeah,
I better not be on
Yeah.
any blog lists, by the way. That's so insulting.
Like people automatically blocking you.
That would make sense.
I mean, fair, but also fair.
That
I
makes
don't
sense.
know.
Like you can see who people like. There's a certain person that someone's following. You could block. I don't know who has the time.
The only
do
people I
that.
follow is people that follow me back. I don't follow any celebrities or anything like. So
Yeah.
I'm innocent.
but going back to
She-
Shadow and Bone,
Back to that.
Anyway, main part of
I need content.
I know.
I need something. And like I know we got the like intro music, you know, the theme song. If that's what it's going to be, but like I need
want
visual
more.
content.
I haven't heard the theme song. I'm waiting for it to be released on the day of, like the show,
Fair
so I
enough.
can just hear it and like marinate.
if the show is coming out this year, like they've said, like they've promised, then when are we gonna get the trailer?
I
just
know.
don't.
I think
Yeah.
I don't know if anything was postponed because of
They
COVID.
said it wasn't. I saw that.
Yeah, there were people
No.
saying that they were still working on it despite Miss Rona making an appearance.
Yeah, but then they had to do reshoots, and I think they did that during, like, obviously since you know everything's happened.
They were doing like voiceovers, like reshooting the voice things.
Yeah,
Some of the actors like stuff, but
yeah. But I'm just. But I think also what I've noticed with Netflix, they don't really release trailers for some of their
Until
stuff
like a week
until,
before.
Yeah, it's like right before.
like no more than a month before, I think.
that's true.
So, yikes.
We're
At
just
least then
gonna
if we get a trailer, then we know it could be soon.
I think the thing with Netflix is that they just have so much content that they just fire things out. Like,
they do. I just need content. Specifically, photos of Ben Barnes as the dog.
yes.
The minute that Ben Barnes comes out as a Darkling is the minute that I dress up as Alina, who turned dark. That's the minute that it happens. I will find outfits and cosplay and take pictures and be like, Ben Barnes, take me.
I'm actually like struggling. I'm just picturing. Oh no.
He's gonna make it so good. If Ben Barnes wasn't the Darkling, I don't think it would be as good.
I wouldn't be as excited.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole reason we all care about the Darkling. Ben
Yeah.
Barnes.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Fair. And I don't know. I'm so excited to see Freddy as Kaz, but I don't think he's not my vision of Kaz.
Yeah, I feel
Oh really?
Like I think he's gonna be good.
Yeah,
but
I have a very distinct vision of Kaz. Like I have my Kaz in my head.
That's true. Yeah.
I feel like once we get him in like costume and with his cane and like talking as Kaz, it might be a little bit easier to picture. Because like he
good. Like
he looks
Yeah.
He has like the look. I don't know what this hand gesture is, but he has like the look that like Kaz has. But I just can't put it all together.
So I saw fan art of Kaz and Inez before I read the book. So I saw Inez and Kaz compared to their... Hold on, I'm not making sense. I saw fan art that looked like the characters and the people playing them in the shows. I was like, oh, okay. So I pictured them as the people from the show when I read the books.
Like,
but not the whole cast, just them.
I don't know. I see Kaz as more like a masculine person because Freddy's kind of not. He's just like...
He's very pretty.
Yeah,
he's very lean.
Yeah, but I'm still excited. And then Kaz also is like referenced as having dark eyes, and that just adds to him. And Freddy's eyes are blue, so that's kind of what makes me not.
You also love him, so you're gonna analyze everything too. So
I do. I really love this, but I also really love Freddy because that's the vibe. So I'm happy, but I wish they would like darken his eyes or something because I don't know. I just really have a problem with him having blue eyes.
That's like how in like Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe and the actress who plays his mom don't have the same eyes, and then they keep saying like, "You have your mother's eyes."
They definitely don't.
Yeah, that was a stupid thing because I get that they like because the first thing was that Daniel they were going to make him wear contacts, but obviously he was like 11, so like
he was allergic to it, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was allergic to them.
But the bare minimum that they could have done is cast somebody.
Yeah,
like, in the flashbacks, is cast a girl that had the same eyes as Daniel.
That's
or
also not like
it's like it's not like it actually. It's not like it actually matters. Like no one, but it's just it's just like a recurring like
the whole thing.
The whole thing is the eyes, and they don't have the same eyes.
They don't have your mother's eyes.
But I think Daniel was such a good casting. He's so good, Harry. Yeah. He's so good.
Yeah, I always think that about movies. Like obviously, I listened to like a Twilight podcast, and they done an episode about like recasting, and I just can't imagine. It's the same for like Harry Potter or even like Hunger Games. Like, see, once you know a cast as like characters, it's so hard to imagine anyone else in that role.
Yeah,
like Peeta. I don't know anybody else who could have been Peeta.
Yeah, it's just hard to even imagine. Like,
well, but the biggest mind-blowing moment of like these past few weeks is learning that Taylor Lautner is pure white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "What do you mean?" And then he's like,
Yeah.
"He's white," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"What do you mean? You played a native
What do
American?"
you mean?
They lied and said he was like
Like a 16th
his
or something,
ancestors, his
Yeah.
ancestors were Native American, but they're not.
I remember like recently though, so looking up, being like, he's white. Like he is.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look white though at all. Like
No, he
I
just
don't
probably
know.
tans oil. I don't know.
Well, at least they made him tan in the movie and
Yeah.
not care. Like I feel like they would have done, but also they could have cast somebody. Like I don't know what the big deal is with just casting somebody who fits the representation of the character.
Yeah.
I don't comprehend what the problem.
I don't understand what's so difficult. Like there are those actors that are out there. It's not
Yeah.
that hard.
It's not hard.
I didn't know
I
that about Shadowhunter either. I'm like, oh.
I mean, it was also like 2008 when the movie came out, so it was like 2007 when it was like
yeah.
I don't know. These conversations didn't really happen back then.
I'm just looking him
Yeah.
up on Wikipedia, and he says that he has distant, in like quotation
Yeah.
mark, Native American ancestry.
Like you can see it like in his like
through his
facial,
mother.
I guess.
But
Like how
he's,
his
like,
face is structured, but
Yeah, I
But
always
he's
think
mainly
like
European.
yeah, he's
he does not look European, but
But he's got Austrian, Dutch, English, French, German, Irish, and Swiss ancestry.
so everything.
That's basically Europe.
yeah.
No, I think it's so funny. There's a Wikipedia page and it's like list of like it's called like famous Scottish Americans or something, and it's like every single American ever, and it's like so it's like George Bush's great granddad. It's so funny. Like every single person apparently is like Scottich. Well, I guess makes sense, but it's like
I think, yeah. I
if your
also think,
great granddad is like,
Yeah.
that's nothing to do with you.
because I've like done family trees and stuff, and I think if anybody traces their family tree, they're going to find something in there that is of note.
Mhm.
Like I think possibly I could be like a distant relative of Dick Cheney, however you say his name, which is so random. Yeah, and then I've got like royalty in there as well, and I did like my friend's family tree, and I think they might be related to like Joe Biden. It's yeah.
Interesting.
I've
That
never
doesn't mean that like you're anywhere closely related. It's just you share probably like a 13 times great grandparent or something.
Yeah.
Can y'all imagine if like the dystopian movies that came out, like The Hunger Games or something, came out now, and like it would be like Noah Centineo.
Oh no.
no! Like,
Well, if they cast him as Gale, it'll make hating Gale a little easier.
Correct.
I can't.
Just be quiet. Just be quiet.
like that would be the worst. Or like Timothy Chalamet in like Divergent or something. Like,
That
Too
would be
indie for
quite
that.
that would be quite a weird crossover.
It's
But
a weird image.
Timothy Chalamet as Edward.
I can see it. I can see it.
No, you know what the sad thing is? If that's true, it probably would be, and that's so sad to me.
I think
I'm
Robert
trying to
Pattinson
think
would
who
be
else
Edward.
would, like,
See, when
Nothing.
Robert Pattinson got the job, there was like petitions and stuff by like the Twilight fans to like get him kicked off the movie and things like that.
why?
Stephanie
Because they
Meyer
thought-
wanted Tom Cruise.
Yeah, well, as a Twilight
say,
aficionado,
Give us the info.
Tell us.
so they wanted someone that wasn't attached to any like defining roles. Obviously, with Cedric, but that was
Right.
like that was the only real big job he ever
Yeah.
had. Because they didn't want like people kept saying to do Zac Efron as Edward, and they were like, "But you'll just see him. You'll see him as Zac Efron." You know what I mean?
Oh, that would have
They
been
wanted
incredible.
someone that like when you view him, you'll view him as Edward and not as like the actor. So that's why I wrote
Yeah.
That's
But then
fair.
people
If it was
thought he
Zac
was
Efron,
ugly.
he would have been like High School Musical era. Like that would have been what he
Yeah,
would
it
look
was.
like.
But people thought Robert Pattinson was ugly, and they kept making petitions to get him kicked off the movie because they're like,
Oh, look
Edward's
at me
supposed to be
now.
beautiful.
He was almost fired because of his own reasoning. Yeah, I guess
I
he
know.
was trying to keep true to the books and make Edward like really emo and like really moody. And his like agent called him a few days later. Was like, "Yeah, if you don't like calm this down, you're gonna get fired." Because the director thought it was too much, even though it's actually Edward.
I thought that.
I'm sure I saw. Go on, you go, Andrew. That's fine.
Oh, I think I read that like Kristen Stewart and the guy who plays Charlie didn't like each other either. Like they didn't get along.
Oh, really?
They had to
Huh.
be like, father and daughter, and they just like didn't like each other. I don't know where I read that. I could have made that up. But
Yeah, I was just looking up who was like potential other Edward Cullens, and I definitely remember this, that Ben Barnes was a finalist, that he was one of like the 4 finalists, and I was looking back being like, ew.
I can't see it.
Ew.
If he did, actually no, because he probably did Narnia before Twilight, I think. Yeah.
I think
Oh, he's
either they
okay.
came out at the same time or like one
Yeah.
came out barely before the other.
Yeah, I'm looking at who else. I don't recognize.
Obviously in
that.
Narnia.
Prince Caspian.
Oh, I never seen that one.
Oh,
Charlotte's like, hello, done.
I only ever seen the first Narnia movie.
I'm
The
not
there's
second one was
another.
really
I'm
good.
trying to look up who else I know this guy. I don't really know this.
I never
And then-
cared about
no.
Twilight until like 2010.
Recently.
Oh my god, Jackson.
No, I mean recently, yes, but
Yeah.
I read them all in 2010, and then I didn't care about them until like 2020, and then, and I'm the biggest stan ever.
I think Jackson Rathbone was also a finalist for Edward Cullen.
I am a Gill stan.
But then obviously he went on to be Jasper.
He didn't get enough screen time. I really liked him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
None of the Collins did. You know, there's some movies, or the majority of the movies, out of all 5, Esme has 1 line in all of them apart from Twilight. Like she has like 4 lines in the original Twilight, and then like New Moon, I don't think she's even in it. Like Eclipse, she has 1 line. Breaking Dawn Part 1, she has 1 line.
Esme
that-
deserved better.
Like that actress just like hung about in the background.
That's yeah.
I just remember when the
Oh, no.
actress popped up in Haunting of Hill House, and I was
Mhm.
for like a good few episodes, I was like, Esme. And, like
Right.
for the whole time, I just couldn't not see her as as Esme. And I was like,
Highlight
so
that comment about the Maze Runner because I have things to say.
Okay, go for it.
Let's go.
Okay. So I was a big Maze Runner stan when I originally read the books in like 2011. And then I've seen the movies, and the first movie was good. The second movie I left it and I was like, that was not the Maze Runner. Like they changed the entire plot. But then when I reread them this year, I didn't like the books that much, and when I reread, I thought they were kind of bad.
Yeah.
But actually, I rewatched the movies, and I watched the third movie for the first time, and I actually really like the movies as movies on their own. Like as adaptions, they're not similar to the books, but like if
Yeah,
you
they're
watch
not.
them on their own as their own thing, they actually are quite good.
Yeah, I've only
Yeah.
seen the movies, and I thought that they were good.
Yeah, because I read the books as like the first film was coming out or before the first film came out. And I really enjoyed them. And then again, like I can separate the books and the films and kind of just see the films as like their own thing.
Mhm.
And then I reread the first book maybe a couple of years ago, and I actually still really enjoyed it. But then I tried to reread Scorch Trials, and I was like, I'm a bit bored. And then tried to reread The Death Cure on audiobook, and was like, yeah, no. So
Yeah.
I
do
couldn't finish
prefer-
the series. I hit like the Death Cure and I was like, I don't.
I do
I
prefer the
don't-
films, I think, as their own thing.
Like now in 2020, when I reread them, I actually do prefer the films.
Mm.
I think I am.
But when I first seen the Scorch Trials movie, I left the movie and I was so angry because I was like, they changed everything.
Yeah, I never read the books, so I don't.
yeah.
I bought the first one and then never read it. So
I was gonna
Books
say,
do have like a lot of issues on a reread. Like as an older reader and like more, I don't know what you say, more experienced reader, I guess. Like the books have a lot of issues.
Mm.
I feel like I noticed this recently that like Jamie Campbell Bower, he's like in everything. Like he's in Twilight.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sorry.
He's in Twilight, he's in Harry Potter.
He's in like every.
yeah.
when I realized he was in all these things, I was like, I can't. He's the same
My
person.
man.
What's happening?
And he
I'm
does
just look up who that is.
so well too.
Yeah.
I
And
think
he was in Screen. He's in Screen
Caius.
Sword.
Yeah, he was Caius.
Mhm.
And then in Harry Potter, he was what's his face?
Um,
Grindelwald.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which they should have
And then he
brought him
reprised
back.
his role. He reprised his
whatever.
role
I didn't know he
Uh,
was in Harry Potter for a
in
long
Crimes of
time.
Grindelwald.
I didn't either.
I haven't
And I
seen
found
the
out it was
movies
him.
in so long.
And he was Jace. He was just,
I'm so annoyed because I wanted to do like a video where I rewatched every Harry Potter movie in one day because it's been on my bucket list since like 2007.
Mhm.
and I can't really make that video now.
Yeah, I
I
had the
was
same
gonna make
idea.
I was gonna make a video where I like finally like swallowed my anger and reread all the Harry Potter books, and then like the next day she did all of that, and I was like,
Yeah.
well,
Never
Bye.
mind.
I haven't read them in so long either. Like I used to be such a Harry Potter stan, like when I was
Mhm.
younger, and then once I don't know, by the time the Fantastic Beasts movies came out, I was kind of just over it. Like Fantastic Beasts 2 was the worst movie I've seen that entire year.
I
I haven't
haven't
seen
seen
that
it.
movie.
It was so
Oh. It was good. Like I enjoyed it. I went to see the midnight.
I liked it better than the first one.
there was nothing redeemable about it other than the actors are kind of interesting.
But yeah, it was just the script was kind of weak, and it was just a bit.
They're pretty
Also, what really annoyed me was that they hyped up Zoe Kravitz being in, the films, and I was like, yes, I love this, I love her so much, and that she was going to be playing a Lestrange, and then
Mhm.
like spoilers. Does anyone care?
No.
I don't.
No. She dies in the film at the end of the second film, and I'm
I
like,
don't remember that.
you hyped up all of this, you hyped her up as being Newt, like old, like fling, like someone that he used to like love and was with,
Mhm.
and then she dies, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I wanted her to be in the rest of the films and to be like a power character, and then she died.
I just thought the second one, there was so. I've never rewatched it. I've only seen that one time in the cinema. But I just remember there being like so much going on, and it kept switching between so many scenes, and then everyone just happened to like magically arrive at the right area at the right time for like the big
Magic.
finale. Like it's like they were all on their own separate adventures, and then they all just happened to just appear at the right moment as Grindelwald was giving his big speech, and like it was just. I don't know. It was just frustrating.
And I think it made me hate characters that I know. Obviously, that's like a good like writing technique, or it can be, but it's made me hate characters that I really liked in the first film. And it was just really, I don't know, it's just really frustrating. And also the reveal at the end of it.
Oh my god, it was so bad. It was so stupid.
I remember when it came
it's
out.
the best thing ever, and I was like, no.
It
I
doesn't
remember
make
when
any
it
sense.
came out, my friend's friend said that when they watched the movie together, he was like, yeah, I knew who it was going to be right away because they had the same haircut. And I was like, well, I feel like that's not a very good reason, and probably wasn't written very well if you can judge based on a haircut.
The reveal at the end, like when they said it, I went, huh? Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
There's no like I don't know what you would say.
It was just so random.
No
It's just out of nowhere. Yeah, it's just out of nowhere. Like it's as if they just want the audience to be like, whoa.
Yeah,
like,
they were probably like, oh, that bird that you're this is a bird. So this means it was literally like, this is a bird, which seems to like you. So this means that you're this person. And I was like, what?
I know, it was so bad. I hated it.
So I can't find my charger.
Oh no. You seem to be having a dilemma when you came back in. I noticed you were just.
It's gone. I don't know where it is, but my computer dies, and I'm the host. I don't know if this is just gonna end. I'm sorry,
Yeah, I think that will.
but I might just leave. I might just end if y'all want to end, or I don't know. I can switch to my phone if we want to stay longer, but just let me know because this might just get stopped abruptly.
I guess we could end.
Yeah.
It's been an hour and a half.
I'm sorry. I feel like I just killed all the vibes when I came back.
No, you're good. We'll pick this up in the next live show.
Yes.
We'll make it Harry Potter themed and why we can no longer love it. And Therese can rant for like 2 hours.
I know, I missed it, but okay. So everybody will be linked down below of this live. It'll be saved on my channel, and we'll do another one probably next week, maybe Sunday. We haven't figured that out, but we'll do another one. And thank you everybody for watching. Thank you guys for being here. And that's it. So
yeah.
bye.
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 Bye. Oh,